Hi guys, this is Aegis, and I've got another set of games between teams in the American Pro League from Week 1. In this bottom left-hand corner, I do have So from Team UHBF playing against the opponent, another Protoss, gonna be Insur from Team SC. This is in the APL Alpha League. We are going to be spawning here on Shakura's Plateau. Both players will be playing Protoss, so it is a PvP. And in PvP, you could go a many multitude of builds now. It does incorporate things like Archons, a lot of Blink Stalker play. We also have our Robo plays as with the Colossus. So there's a lot of different things that you can do in a PvP now that there's this new patch. And we see here Insur, I believe he is a Grandmaster's Protoss, and on the other side it is I think a Diamond Protoss, so it's gonna be quite a hill to climb to be able to beat Insur, but he might have some sort of build ready for Insur on this map. We'll see what both players decide to do. It looks like we've got 13 gateways for both players and a scout for both players as well. There's a probe now making its way into Insur's base. Here it is, gonna see the gas coming up, gonna immediately start zapping away at that pylon. We've got Insur's slightly later probe scout. It is going to make its way across the map. Insur is ahead by one probe just for a second there. We also do have this probe is going to be scouting in the wrong direction first, so is going to be able to get a couple more things out before that probe gets there, and this probe over here still zapping away at that pylon is going to take some time to get rid of that pylon. Second pylon coming up for Insur in this corner, and the Cybernetics Core going to be walling this area off. So going to be starting his Cybernetics Core right now, and neither player has taken a very fast gas, so we'll see what they decide to do off of this, if they go for that gas at all. I'm interested to see if anyone decides to go 4-gate in this game. Second gas on the way for both players now, and should be getting that gas for some higher tech units. We'll see what they use it on. Maybe Archons, maybe go for some sentries, maybe go for some Blink Stalker play. We'll see what they decide to do. Let's take a look at the APM tab. Whoops. M. There we go. APM shows about 200 for So, and about 200 for his opponent Insur. So playing pretty fast here. Both players very interested in winning this first game. Stalker getting chrono boosted for So, and on the other side we have a Stalker out on the field already, going to be trying to clean up this probe. Should be able to get it before it gets out of here. That probe is going to be slipping away. Looks like, oh no, it gets that last shot and the probe does go down. The Stalker for So is out on the map. A Twilight Council on the way for So, and a Twilight Council on the way for Insur. So both players are headed in the same direction. We'll see if it is Archons or if it is Blink Stalker. No extra gateways out on the map for either player. And a Chrono Boost going down on additional Stalkers going to be popping out here. We do also have Insur taking control of the Xel'Naga Tower in the center, sending another Stalker out across the map. The Warp Gate research is finishing up on both players, and the Twilight Council is now complete for Insur, and he is starting Blink. He's not throwing down those extra gateways. First, we do have So with the extra 2 gateways first, so he will be able to get more Stalkers out on the field faster. We do have the Blink getting researched a little bit later, so it will be not quite as ready. We've got the 2 Stalkers from So coming out here. It almost gets picked off. Insur wanting to pick that one Stalker off. So with that Stalker at 12 HP and needs to get away, looks like it will be able to get away. Looks like the Warp Gate research and now finishing up for both players. The gateway is now opening up. We'll be able to get a nice round of warp-ins. Insur not really taking care of that money very well. We've got 2 Stalkers now spawning out onto the field, and his gateways are also now spawning out right now, going to be warping those into warp gates. We've got the 3 Stalkers in the center of the map, and So with his few Stalkers are headed out. Those few Stalkers could get caught out of position and it killed off. More Stalkers now joining the fray. 5 Stalkers versus 4. This is not going to be a good play for Inser. Inser does lose one of his Stalkers, so could have blunk and tried to take out an additional Stalker. He did not want to do that. Usually it's not good to blink into an attack. We have a Forge and a Dark Shrine on the way for Inser. So needs to respond to this by getting either a robotics facility, robotics facility, or a forge of his own, but he has not done so yet. Maybe he wants to go for an attack before that thing finishes. So now advancing forward across the map, 45 food against 37. Inser is actually looking in a somewhat poor position. If so would just get down a robotics facility or just a Forge, he'd be completely okay. We have Inser over here with a probe, going to be scouting out everything inside of So's base. Going to be checking out everything that's going on. The few Stalkers from So now advancing across the map. Going to be checking everything out. And as an expansion coming up, very nice play. He just needs that Forge. Still no Forge out on the field. We have a cannon coming up for Inser somewhere. He's got it inside his main. A Dark Shrine is finishing up right now. We've got the Stalkers now advancing forward, going to be reaching across the map. I'm going to be pushing into Inser's base real soon. There's a probe over here, going to be spotting for that. He could push up here. There's a lot of Stalkers. He could end the game really quickly if he does do the right move. Now, Dark Templar getting warped in. This could actually end the game for Inser. They're running in here right now. Going to be running past the expansion, and So has no response. He's got no Forge. He's got no robotics facility. Oh no, the 2 DTs in the mineral line going to be doing a ton of damage. The probes getting pulled off the line, but is there anything that can actually be done? There's another DT over here going to be cleaning up a ton of probes. The DT is going to town on the pylons as well. Finally, we have a Forge on the way, but will there be any pylons or probes left at all? Here comes the final push from So. He's going to have to break this right now. There's the force field going down. The Stalkers trying to make their way up there. The probes getting run all over the map right now. The DT's doing massive amounts of damage, taking down the pylons over here. Going to be depowering those gateways. We've got the Forge trying to get finished here. So not mining at all. The DT also working on the natural expansion. The DT is cleaning up the cybernetics core. Yet another pylon going down. He's going to be quite undersupply. Another force field going down. 2 cannons also coming up. Inser is looking in such a great position right now. He's even got a DT at home. We'll be able to defend against all of these Blink Stalkers without a problem. That DT is going to start advancing out here, and those Stalkers are in a really huge trouble now. Going to be forced to back up, going to be running up the ramp. Another force field going down, and a Blink up onto the high ground. The DT is trapped outside, going to try to do as much damage as possible, but So down to 28 food, and most of that is going to be in these Stalkers. These Stalkers are quickly getting taken out. Blink Micro getting used to the best of his ability. The Blink getting used by Inser as well. GG call So. His main Nexus getting targeted down. And this first game does go to Team SC. And we'll see if UHBF is able to pull it back in the next game, or if SC is going to take another one in Game 2.